Go ahead.
I found out because Malcolm and Marie. You know Malcolm and Marie?
No.
Malcolm and Marie? No.
Yeah.
No.
So Malcolm and Marie is the Sam Levinson movie on Netflix with Zendaya and I forgot who the dude is. It's just them two, and they're like in an apartment. And I watched like somebody talk about the movie, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to watch this movie. I'm happy I didn't watch it alone, but I kind of want to watch this movie in a group because it's about a director complaining to his girlfriend about the reception of his like movies, and it's literally just Sam Levinson like rants for like an hour and 15 minutes where he's like, yeah, and so what if I have a lot of sexual content? That's right. And you're like that's hilarious. He's just like talking about his direct criticisms for like an hour and 15 minutes, and his like self-insert is a black man, so if you say anything about it, you're racist.
Have you heard about like all the drama surrounding his new show for HBO,
Oh,
The Idol?
I just read up on it right like 2 hours ago. You wanna welcome to the Peel.
Intro?
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, sure. Welcome to the Peel.
Bah, bah. Woo, woo, woo.
Hello. I'm Miguel.
I'm Dathan.
I'm Dyson.
And I'm Brennan. I've got seeds.
You got seeds?
Seeds?
Dude, that sounds like an STD.
Exactly. That sounds like you have like spore dick.
So
Like-
brave.
Dude, my coworker got hepatitis from a tattoo.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a while back, but like when he like finally got his like vaccination and like he got like cured from like hepatitis C. He's like, he told me all about it and he's like, I'm cured. I'm like, good for you. Maybe you shouldn't get tattoos in prison with staples, man.
What? How does that
I'm so
even
glad
work?
we're opening with this.
Yeah.
You're being pricked with staples?
Yeah, right?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Like a staple
Yeah,
and
like
a
a
pen.
point. Yeah, like
Staple
a
and a
flint
pen.
stick.
Okay, my first thing that I thought is somebody designed a tattoo by just stapling themselves.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
And then I was like,
that's
no,
a
that
wild
can't
idea.
be it. It's gotta be stick and poked.
Stick and poked with a staple
But no,
and a pen.
do you want to talk
You got
about Sam?
hepatitis?
I have a lot to say on Sam Levinson.
Yeah, so like
Okay, I don't even know who Sam Levinson is.
he's like the writer, like
Director.
the writer and showrunner for Euphoria.
Oh.
Mm.
The guy who made that cool little like cop chasing Zendaya scene.
Fucking like Roadrunner ass cartoon.
Yeah.
So funny.
So he's got this new show called The Idol, and he's working on it with The Weeknd. And there's like a woman director who dropped out like after they're like 80% done with filming because she didn't like the way that that Sam Levinson and The Weeknd wanted to like change things up because they felt it had too much of a female perspective. And it's about like this woman.
His words.
It's about a woman?
Yeah, first of all, it's about a woman
Whoa.
who's like
The main
who's
character
like
is a woman too. Yeah.
So weird.
who's like has this like abusive boyfriend played by The Weeknd, and like about her like becoming like a star or whatever. I don't remember like the exact plot, but
Is
like
Weekend a star in this?
Yeah, I
and
think
so The Weeknd was like, you know what? I don't think this show's about me enough. About my character,
The Weeknd is doing
abusive
the
boyfriend.
thing he does where he just kind of plays The Weeknd.
Gotcha. Kind of like in Uncut
Like
Gems.
an Uncut Gem.
Gotcha.
But
Uncut job.
so I forgot who did the profile. It was like a big paper. It was like Wall Street Journal or some shit like that. And they did like an expose where they talked with some people who had seen like the like Sam Levinson script and everything, and it's like horrendous. It's like gross, and like people calling it like torture porn. Or like the dude, like the girl's like begging to be raped, and like
Yeah.
like yeah, because he's like, I'm not gonna rape you if you don't do this, and then like until she like begs to be raped or something. And there's also
because
like
it makes her art better.
yeah, and then like he want Sam Levinson. This scene didn't get filmed because Sam Levinson couldn't think of a way to film it without doing the actual scene where they're gonna put like an egg in Lily Rose Depp's vagina. was like the plot.
And she had to
like,
hold it in.
And she was gonna try to like have to hold it in and like not break it, and it was like gonna be like an abusive sex thing with The Weeknd. And like The Weeknd is like so gun ho. Love Sam Levinson.
He's so like yes. Let's into this.
Like it really, because I remember watching Uncut Gems and being like, The Weeknd seems like kind of like a douche, but I don't really care. Like it's like supposed to be like him in his like 20s, and he's barely in it, so I don't really think about it. But now with this, something that he's like super deeply involved with, I'm like, dude, is The Weeknd like uber problematic?
It kind of sounds like it.
Yeah.
He's always got interesting hair, though. I'll give him that.
So true.
Yeah.
I mean, I like The Weeknd music. I like his newest album or whatever. That doesn't mean I don't think he's problematic. It's coming out.
Speaking of the word rape.
Whoa. Wait, what?
What? No, Brendan.
No, it's not like anything like pro. It's like
I would hope not.
If it
very,
was,
like,
I'd be like, okay, what is this? What are we doing?
What a segue.
it's very weird, and I never even like it just came out of nowhere on my phone. But I was like on Twitter, just like looking and reading.
Oh
tweets,
yeah.
And like I got a notification on Twitter because I like closed it out, and it was like a weird thing. It had the word.
It was like this woman.
Is this woman? But it was like it was a response to this person. And then I like checked it, like I read the response and I was like, oh yeah, that is weird. And then I'm like, what is this person talking about? And then I clicked on the thing they were responding to. And the thing was like this nursing like lady, and she's like a nurse going to nursing school, and she's like, the tweet was, I just raped my job and earned $75,000 doing the nursing hustle. I was like, what?
Yeah, you're like, you can't use that verbiage. That's not the right what? I totally raped
kidding.
my job.
I just
Talks like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you can't just use rape and like
Okay.
and replace
And to top
kill.
it all off, like I scrolled down on the comments, and most of them didn't acknowledge that she used the word until I went to like the 10th comment, and I'm
It's
like,
prime
whoa,
girl boss energy.
it's weird. Girl
like-
boss energy.
Like it's like the female version of the dudes who love talking about mind fucking people.
I don't know. That just sounds like something like somebody in like an edgy novel would say. Like, I raped my job. Like,
Dude, imagine if you were reading a
time I hear
book and she was like, and I didn't just kill my job, I've raped it. I'd be like, what the fuck is that?
Jason said that. He's
Yeah, I was like-
it's kinda like saying kill it.
Like I killed it. I raped it.
dude, Colleen Hoover's next book.
It's a self-help book called Raped It.
Speaking of Colin Hoover, Miguel, have you finished Verity?
No.
You bitch. You bitch. I 300 pages.
Tyson's finished it.
Well, just announce like whatever day you wanna like talk about it, and I'll have it done by then.
Okay. Okay, let's do it next week.
Okay, I can finish it. It's super short.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Kennedy finished it in a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, I couldn't
Kennedy's
finish it in a day, but
Kennedy's a monster of book eating.
yeah,
Nom, nom, nom.
bookworm. She
Yeah,
caused for
I
those
saw
books.
it in the library, and I almost checked it out, but I was like, not after like it ends with us.
You know what I do want to read though after Verity, Dyson?
What?
We should read Wizard's First Rule. I want to try
Okay.
that. I want to see how bad that is.
Dude, I'm all in on reading bad books.
All I know
want-
about Wizard's First Rule is there's like just like an extended like the main character goes through like a training arc by getting in as like being in a BDSM dungeon where he's like
What?
yeah he gets like
Oh my God.
like he gets stronger and he like and the only reason he survives the BDSM dungeon is because he like focuses on like the hair of the torturer and is like actually there is a part of her that still has innocence and I will grab onto that. And like he gets like tortured for months or something, and then he like comes out like stronger.
Dude, some Baki ass shit.
Yeah, it sounds like an anime plot.
And I heard it's because from what I read, it's that one author who what's his name, Terry Brooks.
No.
No.
No, Terry Brooks is somebody else. Terry Goodkind.
Terry Goodkind.
I
Terry
didn't
Goodkind.
realize you were talking about Sword of Truth. You want to read Sword of Truth?
Yeah, Wizard's First. I think that's the first book in the series. Wizard's First Rule.
That's like 1,300 pages.
Is it
Wait,
that long?
what?
It's like a regular fantasy novel.
I saw it at Goodwill, and it didn't look that huge, which is why I was like, no one ever picks it up. It's been there for like 3 weeks. I was like,
Dude,
pick it up.
they trick you with
Same
that
Goodwill.
Bible paper.
Oh, the thin ass paper.
Yeah, the like tissue paper.
I call
Okay,
that,
it's
well,
way shorter
yeah.
than I thought it was, but it's still pretty long. 674 pages.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that. I still have to get back to City of Brass and
Well, yeah, yeah.
City
Think about
Brass.
this: 70 pages of those are the BDSMC, or something like that.
Yeah. And,
Wait,
and the
actually,
funniest
that's kinda
thing
funny,
is
though.
the BDSM magic isn't even his own idea. It's stolen from somebody else who did it better.
What else? I've also heard that because he's like a big Ayn Rand fan, so he like really bakes it
Oh.
into the plots.
Love that.
He's an elitist about it too. He's like, I don't write fantasy because I have bigger ideas and like themes. And I'm like, fantasy has themes. There's themes in fantasy books. Like,
Dude, that's like, I don't write fantasy, I write alternate history.
History lines. Yo, good for you.
no, but I heard that, and because I hear like the books get like crazier and crazier, and in the 5th book, he defeats like evil fantasy communism by building like a statue that represents like the good that the people could do if they united or something. And people are like, look at the statue, and they're like, you know what? You're right. Communism is evil. Is evil.
You know what I'm gonna
Damn.
do? You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna say this on the pod because I'm gonna talk about it next pod.
Okay.
I'm gonna start reading Founding Father fan fiction. That sounds fun.
Founding Father fan fiction? I love the alliteration.
Right?
What made you think of Founding Father fan fiction?
I don't know. It just, it
Have
just
you
sounded
heard
like
of
a good
any?
idea.
I'm sure
No,
it
but I'm gonna look
exists.
into it.
I know they exist.
They got it. There's fan fiction of everything.
Dude, they got, like, and they're all gay.
super gay. It's like George Washington and Abraham Lincoln who are kissing. behind-
Abraham Lincoln's not founding father. He
Oh.
came way later.
But it works. It'll probably
How
be
much
in
you
it.
want-
John Adams and George Washington.
I mean,
but there's
Sonic
some
and Mario aren't in the
Abraham
same
Lincoln fan fiction.
games, but they make out.
That's
So-
him being like, the reason I wanted to free the slaves. It's because I love them.
Oh, yeah.
Having like a black gay lover or something. Like 100% exists.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll get back to you with it next time.
Yeah, report back. That's it.
All right.
No, but talking about canceled people like Sam Levinson and stuff. Have you seen? So I was on Spotify, and J.K. Rowling has a new podcast.
What?
And what do you think the podcast is named?
Wait, who?
J.K. Rowling.
Oh, J.K. Rowling?
Podcast that.
Something
Uh,
offensive to the trans community.
Yeah, I was like somewhere around there.
Yeah, like I like everyone, as long as they're their biological gender, because
Yeah,
sex is
so-
real.
It is the witch trial of J.K. Rowling, or like the witch hunt of J.K. Rowling. Like she's like being like, I'm a
bitch.
persecuted billionaire. Where like every episode she breaks down a different witch trial or like a witch hunt, and it's like, and like some like I think like the first episode is like woke culture or some shit, or like Twitter or some shit like that.
Oh
And
my
I'm
god.
just like, damn, okay, you really went like full forth into like, I am a victim. I'm worth $800 million and I am the victim. I
bet she's
don't
gonna
get
have, like-
how she can act like she's still the. I get like she's like one of those writers who had like a good story where she was living in her car when Harry Potter came out, and she was like a female
Right.
author in a male-dominated space. But you're not that anymore.
Right.
You're not an underdog.
No. You're
Yeah.
a rich lady who makes a lot of money
You are
off
like
of everything
the
that comes out of it.
wealthiest modern fantasy author alive.
Uh-huh.
Like you can't claim to be like people punching down on you. They're not.
They're not.
If I
They're just
Google how much
20
you're worth, this is like 1.1 billion or some shit
wow,
like that.
interesting to hear from a man.
Yeah,
Right.
but
yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
like how
agree.
many
But if
other
it was a
billionaire
female-
authors are there? Like
Yeah,
not
they're
many.
all men. No, it's not. James Patterson, right? I'm sure he's like pretty wealthy.
I don't know. What about the
I
Twilight
don't know if
author?
he's a billionaire.
I think James Patterson's wealthy, but he's not getting like these
That's
huge
true. He
movies.
doesn't. Yeah, that's true.
He's like
Dude.
wealthy in book sales, but not like in like wealth, like mass
Multimedia.
market that J.K.
You
Rowling
know who
hits.
probably is? But they're dead.
Tolkien is
The
dead.
John Clancy estate.
Oh,
Dude, the John Clancy estate probably makes moolah.
Yeah.
the
Because
benefactors.
like any like fucking Prime has like Jack Ryan.
Yeah, Jack Ryan.
James
that was a-
Patterson has a net worth of 560 million.
Oh, actually, he is worth a lot.
He's halfway there.
Yeah.
You know, let's root for him.
I don't.
You
like,
heard it
that's
here.
how we.
Let's
Okay,
root for the little
I'm just
guy.
gonna say there are no male billionaire authors.
Damn.
Yeah, like
She can't use
know
that's
the
one
one
for the
card.
women.
Hey,
She can't.
That's one for the women.
She can't use the one card.
She can't. She's not a woman anymore. she has too much money.
She's just a wealthy man in a woman's body.
what property does she own?
I don't know.
Because at this point, if you're like in the billion status, it's not about how many like books you've written. It's like what properties you own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, I
How
don't
many
even-
top-selling
she's a
movies do you
French-
have?
She's French.
She's French.
Dude, a billionaire in France must be crazy. Like,
Dude, that must be lit.
because
You
you're
get,
such
like,
a small. You own your block.
Right.
Yeah. You could take showers outside.
I don't think you can do that. I don't think the French are that liberated.
Wait, you can do
Okay.
what outside?
Take showers outside.
Well, if you're a billionaire, you 100% can. If you're a billionaire here, you can take a shower at the house of like a random person you don't know, and the police will come over and you'll be like, okay, it's okay, guys.
you can't.
I thought you were gonna
just-
say something else.
Okay, if your list is the richest authors in the world, their money can't have come to them from inheritance money.
No,
That's true.
what?
That's
That is
cheating.
so misleading. Is J.K. Rowling number one then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
It makes
it says
sense.
like she's a French philosopher, author, and historian, and I'm like, how does she become a billionaire?
You're like, who's buying these philosophy books in like this span? And you're like, oh no, she's like a nepotism.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she makes
Nepo
like
baby.
books against like the elite and like destroying the elite or whatever, even though she's a billionaire
Dude,
and a chairwoman of her parents' company.
It's like the Patagonia guy.
Or the guy from Gossip Girl with the earring.
What's his name?
I don't care. I don't
Obi.
care. Obi's. I don't care. I hate him.
Obi, yes,
Hate
you're correct.
Obi.
That is Obi.
Screw that kid.
I hate the fact that Obi is just like, I'm gonna do a protest, and then I'm never gonna speak about anything political unless I'm protesting and it's relevant to the plot. Otherwise, he's just a bad boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or a bad son. Just a bad
yeah.
son.
And he is a terrible boyfriend. Like,
is.
he is toxic liberal male to the max.
Yeah. Dude. Hashtag fuck Obi.
Hashtag fuck
Fuck
off.
Obi.
Fuck Obi.
Least liked character.
This is the official Citrus Mix stance on Obi. Character from a canceled TV reboot.
Oh yeah, I forgot season 2 got canceled.
Yeah, I got canceled after season 2. So sad.
Oh, no. Well,
Okay.
What?
no more thruple.
More thruple. Huh?
Are any of you involved in BookTube? I'm just thinking about a bunch of like people who got not canceled, but like are in like some
Had
hot
some
water.
controversies.
Yeah. You know who Jack Edwards is?
Yeah.
Is that Jack in the books?
Yeah.
Is that
That's his
Okay,
second
yeah.
channel. His main channel's bigger. Okay. So this is good. I know there's people here who know who he is. So
Okay, cool,
Jack
cool.
Edwards had like a minor controversy, but the way it would have been really minor, but the way he has dealt with it got me so frustrated that I went too far in a comment section. And he saw my comment and deleted it himself.
Oh.
Like
Yo,
I know
high
he saw.
five.
I knew it was him that deleted it too, which was like.
I love how if you had
First
to
it was
guess
slime.
which one of us is gonna
First it
leave
was
like a
slime.
comment, It's always gonna be Miguel. Like Miguel's always getting into arguments on YouTube with people.
So yeah, and I know because Jack Edwards specifically deleted like 3 of my comments.
Oh,
like on
jeez.
different posts. But,
Damn.
so he
You
got
found
into
you.
he got into a
Gotta
mild
track you down.
controversy where he started a Patreon and was like, I'm gonna give my Patreon followers this, and this, and a Discord server where I'm gonna be like interacting with. And then he like didn't give any of the content, and it's been like 4 months, and people have been like
that's
paying.
long.
I think it started at $20 a month.
Oh.
But after
Started?
4 months of
after
nothing.
people complained so much, it dropped to like $6 or $5. And he didn't deliver any of the content. And he didn't he was so bad with the Discord. He didn't even make a Discord. It was just like a general chat and a voice chat. Like,
my God.
Like,
Oh my.
and,
Okay.
and they the people in the Discord ended up making a separate Discord that had all of like the things that a Discord like should have. So he has been like gallivanting through Europe for like the past few months. He's like hanging out with like Best Dressed and like a bunch of like
on that Patreon money.
like a bunch
Yeah.
of like cool European influencers, and people are like, hey yo, you've now made like $8,000 from Patreon and haven't delivered like any content. And they sent him like a bunch of, it was like 20 or 30 people like sent him like a group email together, and we're like,
that's a
I
lot.
just want to see like the content we were promised delivered. And he was like, sure. And then he like didn't release any of the content for like an extra month, and whenever they would like message him, he just didn't reply until somebody
God.
made an r/books post. And on r/books they're like, hey, this is the situation, and they broke down what happened. And the very next day he's like, he released like one of the promised content and was just like, I'm going to address this. But he had been deleting people who left comments on his videos being like what's with the holdup? Why aren't you addressing this? And when he did finally do his like video address, he was like, yeah, you know what? It is my fault. I shouldn't overpromise things I couldn't do. But like people really like just hopping on and hating on someone because it's fun. And then he just made it all about him and like how nasty people were to him. And I'm like, 99% of all of the criticism I saw were, hey, I paid money. I want my
money.
content that
Stop.
or were like, I'm disappointed in him. And there
Right.
was a few people that were like, does Jack Edwards even read? And like, you know, like people hopping because like Jack Edwards hasn't done like a book review in like a few months, and just does like book hauls and like these are my top books of this genre. And people have been like, some of your summaries ain't that correct, man. Like some of your summaries sound like you read the back of a book. Like you own the book, but you haven't read the book.
Damn.
And then so like some people were like doing things like, can Jack Edward even read and stuff? And people were like using that as like his simping over the comments. And whenever somebody would be like, no, people just want you like to address things, and I think the way you address them is like unfair. And also he addressed it like he was like he hadn't been told off in r/books and by like emails. He was like, you know what, it's come to my attention. Like a very like
It's like, oh, I didn't realize I hadn't been posting to my Patreon for like multiple months, and that my minimum was $20.
I just thought if you have clout on the internet and you make a Patreon, you
People
make
just
money.
give you money.
They just
Yeah.
give you money.
Which is like 4 times like the average Patreon like sub.
Yeah. Like usually minimum's like $5, and you get access to like the content, which is like fair.
I'm kind of curious about a Patreon. You guys keep talking.
But so he did his whole like apology thing, and he had been deleting comments for a few days, and I had left a few comments and had them deleted. And so I was already being like, what a fucker. I left like really like not mean. They were just like, you should address this in like an appropriate way. And people were like dick writing him, and I would just be like, hey, like don't dick write this guy. Don't dick write him. Like he made a mistake. Own up to it. Like, why are you being? People were just like, you know what? Sometimes people bite off more than they can chew. It's awesome that you're so transparent about it. Was like the top comments, and I'm like, he took months, And
That's not
and
transparency.
It's not a mistake when like it involves other people's money. You know,
A lot of people.
Like,
Yeah.
And a lot of money. That's
And-
a lot of money.
but the way he was responding, because somebody I guess did a live stream where like people were like talking about about the service and like kind of like frustrated and angry, and he came into the chat just to say, "I'm gonna leave because this is the nastiest thing that's ever happened to me ever." Like, because like people were just like frustrated, and I'm like, the nastiest. And in his own comment section on his apology, whenever people like called him out about that, they were like, he got like super defensive. And this is where I think I went too far, and he deleted this comment like really quick, like an hour after I commented.
Okay.
Where I compared him to, I think Nathan's the only one who'll get this. I was like, I compared him to Letty from Babel.
What? How did you make that comparison?
Like in that, like he's seen people make complaints about things, and his main thing is to like antagonize the people making complaints
and make it about him. Okay, actually, you know what? In a way, I can kind of see that.
So that's what I meant by like comparing him to Letty, but also
Taking out like the colonialism and all
Letty's
that.
also like sympathetic to colonialism.
Yeah, right.
and like cruel to people of color.
Right.
Dude, the title of this video, Jack Edwards racist? Jack Edwards colonialist?
Dude, you would talk about it. He'd be like, and some people have even gone as far as to make comments calling me like equivalent to a colonizer or some shit.
Okay, Miguel.
He would.
Miguel, real quick, can you do like this? Like this face? Like a Home Alone face?
Towards the camera.
Yeah, perfect. And then we do Jack Edwards on the other side of the thumbnail with like a red coat.
Yeah, because he's King George.
At the end of the day, the controversy isn't very big, and I wouldn't have even stopped like unsubscribed to him if he hadn't just like gone so like I'm a victim like about it. I'm like, that's annoying because
Damn,
your
J.K. Rowling
criticisms
be like.
the criticisms you got weren't even like mean. Like they were really mild, and the fact that he like got like so up his own ass about like real mild call outs is like what if you actually did something bad? Like how would you react?
Yeah.
But no, I was just like, yeah, the Letty comment was a little much.
Right.
Maybe.
But I mean, that's pretty bad behavior on his side. Like, you really should say something about.
It's so funny because now like a lot of the top comments are about how many comments he's deleting because like they just get upvoted really high. Like, and people are like, what comments are being deleted? Like, I don't know how to show you the comments that are being deleted.
Yeah.
Being deleted.
You could screenshot them. Screenshot
Trust
next
me.
time.
What was he offering on his Patreon for $20?
And what did it like?
He was going
what was
to
the description?
do a reader book club where people on his Discord would vote for a book and then he'd read it and like talk on live stream about it. He was going to do a like really easy content, TBH.
Right.
And not for that that price
For
too.
$20 gets you merch.
To be
Come
fair,
on,
he
yeah.
did
Gets you, like,
change it to
merch.
$6.
Yeah, but still, starting at $20 is
A
ridiculous.
little ridiculous.
No, but yeah, the conversation has kind of changed because like he hasn't been doing that much book content, and this whole debacle, which his Patreon was supposed to be like the thing where a lot of his book content was gonna be. People are just like, he's just reading as an aesthetic now, and his response to that was so funny, where he was just like, reading as an aesthetic. You think if I wanted to be cool, I'd pick reading? And I'm like, what are you saying about reading?
Are you saying reading's not cool?
On your own page.
What are you saying? You think you built
Counterproductive.
1.2 million subscribers off? Like at the end of the day, you are making book content for views. Like that's
Yeah.
like indisputable.
Yeah.
Especially since you don't do like book reviews. Like you're not like, this is my opinion on Ray Bradbury's A Wicked Thing Comes This Way. That's just like the book first book that I read on the shelf.
Yes, we understand.
he's like doing like top 7 sad books of 2022, and you're like, okay, you are making book content for views. Like, you can't say that's not part of it.
Right.
Just be like honest. When we made like us doing this podcast right now, it's fun talking to you guys, but like if this like hit it off and did like amazing, I'd continue making it if it was making me money.
Right.
Yeah. I'd probably
And that'd be like a large motivator.
Right. We take it a lot more seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess the lesson we learned from what's his name, Jack Books,
Jack Edwards.
Jack Edwards.
Jack Books Edwards.
Don't sign up for a Patreon unless there's like a timetable. That's probably important.
Don't sign up for a Patreon that isn't already like doesn't already have content on it.
I was gonna say,
That's
when
a
I
good
try
point,
to sign
yeah.
up for Patreons, I look to see how much content I get from the get-go
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's important.
Immediate. It's your money.
Yeah.
Unless you want to throw it away, it's up to you.
Dude, and if you gotta throw it away,
Throw it away to, some nice little citrus
Yeah.
beachy.
Send us some super chats. Oh, no, that's
Oh
not.
my god!
No. But
Drop
have
us
you,
a Prime sub. We don't stream.
We got a Cameo account.
we
you can,
could
you
stream
can
the podcast.
We probably could stream the podcast.
Who would watch the podcast?
I don't know.
People who happen to be by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you?
I'll just ignore Twitch chat.
Do any of you follow any like book communities on Reddit?
I'm on r/fantasy and r/books, but I don't like scroll through
Okay,
there.
you probably will have seen it because it's been like a big post. Have you seen people going ape shit over Rodal?
No, what are people going apeshit over Roald Dahl for?
So you know how so his books, the state currently is working on like revisions where they're gonna remove like a lot of language, like that might be that they might consider like offensive or not even offensive, like changing like fat to like large and stuff like that, like kind of like sanitizing it, and
Yeah.
I'm like and it's going huge because like both people, like it's not a politicized issue, so like it's not like a right versus left thing. It's just people on Reddit like going like on every book subreddit I'm part of. There's like 10,000 upvotes per post.
Oh jeez.
They're huge, and like people are like complaining about it, and I'm like, you know what? You can complain about it, right? You can be like, oh, like, but the way people are complaining about it is crazy. They're like,
What are people doing?
This is an example of how we're being censored as a culture. This is Fahrenheit 451 as we live and breathe. And I'm like, no,
Turn the
this is
calendar,
not their
1984.
Oh my god.
this is not the situation. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's like a crazy stretch to take it to be like, being like, yeah, I guess it's censorship. And you know what? Like, I guess, like, you don't have to make everything using the nicest words and change, like, the original diction. Like, there's not that much of a point. But I'm not, like, losing my fucking mind with people being like, this is the end of democracy. And you're like, this is the beginning of 1984. And I'm like, it's not. That to large is not, it in like a kid's book isn't life changing. It's not gonna affect you.
No.
It's so minuscule. Especially some people.
How many of these people are reading Roald Dahl?
No, that's the worst part. So people in the comment sections, because some people would make arguments like Roald Dahl's books have been like edited before, like Willy Wonka. The Oompa Loompas aren't slaves anymore. Because like in the original work, the Oompa Loompas like worked for candy and like a place to live.
Right.
They're getting paid. They're getting candy.
And they were black. Like,
Yeah, and they were like taken from their village and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. so like, so people
They
are
were
like,
orange. I thought they were orange.
no, they were black before.
Yeah.
They're getting candy.
They got changed to orange because people were like, this is kind of like, this is not a good look.
Yeah.
Matilda? I don't know.
But
Matilda says the N-word.
with the new musical. Like,
Yeah,
have you seen
the
the
new
Netflix
musical.
where they do like the dance and it ends with,
yeah,
and it
with
just ends with the N-word at the very end of the dance? When she goes like, but we're a little bit naughty. She's like, but we're a little bit N-word.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
But, Well,
Danny
okay.
DeVito
So yeah, people were
is
like,
a Oompa
he's been
Loompa.
like, there's been censorship before, and no one really like talked about that. And then the conversation became like, work didn't be censored at all. If there's something offensive in it, and then like Lovecraft came up, they're like, if I was like a kid reading Lovecraft, and I'm like, one, if you're a child, you're not.
Lovecraft
If you're like,
is
if you're like
so
a
much
9-year-old, you're not
worse.
reading like Mountains of Madness.
Right.
Like that's thick text. It's like low-key boring. But you're like, you just have you should just have annotations at the things that might be culturally insensitive. So if the kid wants to learn, he could read the annotations. And I'm like, what kid is reading annotated like books
Not
and
one.
like reading annotations
Not one child.
and like
No, they want to read that
processing?
Captain Underpants to get their AR score.
Yeah.
To do their AI tests.
Yeah, and
you
like,
know?
what kid is reading critically enough that they'll be like, no, I understand cultural context when it's described to me with annotations. Like,
My cousin was reading Game
people
of Thrones
still-
at that age.
There's like 12 of them across the planet. There's
Pe-
like 12 kids like
people
that.
still complain about having had to read critically, like in high school, and be like, the curtains were just blue or whatever, and those were like high schoolers. Now I'm like thinking of kids, like they're not gonna care about like cultural relevancy or anything. I
Right.
think that's such a dumb argument to me. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I just think the whole situation is so dumb, and people are taking it way too crazy. It's,
Man.
I don't think much is gonna change.
Hey, that sounds
Hey,
like.
that's how it starts, though.
Does it? Does it start? Or does it just stay the same?
I'm like, things have
First, you
been
can't say fat. Now they're gonna be sewing your lips if you start saying the wrong things.
Yeah, if you say just a certain adjective of any kind.
Yeah, people act like edited words are something new. But no,
Yeah.
I've just been seeing a lot of book comments. Did I ever tell you? Because I told our friend Kennedy about it. The I think the New Yorker released an article about how a lot of tech and STEM bros are very like actively averse to reading.
Because reading's
Unsurprised.
lame. Reading's for nerds.
No, like a really prominent person with the dude who just went to jail for like embezzling billions. Sam.
Sam.
Dino.
No.
Yes.
No.
Sam Freed. Sam.
Sam something.
I think
Freed
I
or
know who
something.
you're talking
Yeah,
about.
the tech
The crypto
billionaire
guy.
with the like Bitcoin wallet or something. What was it? Like it was like a electronic wallet system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was one
And
of
he, like,
those.
And
Yeah,
they
he was-
invested the money that they got from it.
Yeah,
And
'cause
then
he
they
was-
lost it.
He was like, yeah, because he wasn't making any money, right? And he was like, but I'm promising huge returns, so I'm gonna gamble with the money that's being invested.
Insane.
But
Yeah.
like he was like one of the big voices that people like a year ago were quoting, like a lot of STEM bros. Were like one of his famous quotes was, "If you've sat down and written a book, you've already made a mistake. That shit could have been in like a 4-page article." And I'm
Oh
just
my
like, and I'm
God.
just like, what do you
Oh
mean?
my.
That's not the same thing.
That's like, why would I watch movies when I could just read the plot, the plot summary?
Yeah, and a lot of like, it was like interviewing a lot of like STEM guys, and they're all just like, it's a waste of time. Like, why would you read something if you're not gonna gain anything from it? Like, there's nothing to gain from fiction. You can just read articles. You don't have to. They're even against reading like not like a lot of them are even against like reading nonfiction books because they're like information's already so distilled if you want to learn.
Oh
And
my god.
I'm just like, damn, and then people in the comments were going like, yeah, put me, there was like STEM bros who came in to like defend themselves, and they were like, put me in any like creative writing class and I'd body everyone there.
Okay.
And, like,
yeah, I'd love to see that.
and like put me in a philosophy class, I'd body everyone there. And I'm just like, no, you wouldn't. Dude, you would flounder. And then somebody was like, I have gone to one and I bodied. And I'm like, or people just didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable. And we're just like, this person's like entirely missing the point.
Or,
Yeah, 'cause
like you made everybody feel
space-
so uncomfortable that they were just quiet around you.
That's you assumed that was you like being smarter.
Yeah.
Also, it's hilarious to think that the guy who loves playing League of Legends is talking about reading books being a waste of time.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like you're a League of Legends player. You don't get to
Hey.
talk about waste of time.
50
League
minutes.
of Legends is not a waste of time. It's an hour of your life you can look back and be like, damn, that was good. An hour-long session. Oh, we went 30 minutes longer than an hour? That's also really good.
Occasionally, I will go back and I will play a round of League of Legends, and without a doubt, every single time,
like 30
I
minutes.
am disappointed with myself afterwards.
Yeah, straight up, me with Overwatch.
Yeah, why do you still play that?
I don't.
I've
Is
seen
it just
you
like
play it.
totally empty calories?
Yeah, it's like I will go on and I'll play for like half an hour, and I'll be like, I remember why I don't play this, because I just feel like my life's getting sucked away. I'm not having fun. I'm just filling time.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Valorant feels too. But it's kind of fun.
And the thing about like League of Legends or like Valorant or whatever is like you just feel stressed.
My biggest thing about League of Legends was just like the game doesn't stop. So like this is supposed to be like a chill experience for me, but I'm also not allowed to stop playing.
no.
Yeah.
I'm held hostage by the game and people making me feel bad. And
If you want to play
group-
ranked, sorry, you gotta play like every day, bro.
Or you can't play for 30 days.
Hey, if you don't play for a week, we strip you of your rank.
Also, if you want to play ranked, you gotta stop playing casual and you gotta start watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And like
You gotta go to YouTube
make
Academy.
a solid piece of your life about League.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least you don't have to do that about Pokemon Go. You
And
just
stop
play it.
playing with your friends that aren't serious about it. Because then you get
Yeah.
mad at them for making silly mistakes.
Dave can be like,
Yeah. And, yeah.
Brandon, you suck.
Ian keeps like inviting us to play League, and I'll just be like, I'm okay.
Okay, can I tell you like the first time I played League around him?
Yeah.
So I'm just playing League, and I was just playing my main, like, Blitzcrank. I was playing Blitzcrank. I was throwing my arms everywhere. And I'm just playing, and I get like 20 minutes into the game, and then Ian bumps into the room and be like, "What are you doing?" And then he starts coaching me. And I'm like, I'm playing a game.
Oh, that happened when you jumped in my lobby. I remember I could hear him
was
over
there.
your
He
shoulder
was
just
there.
being like, oh, that's where you went wrong there. See, you should have done that. Or I heard him making judgments about me too, being like, he was so close to being good there.
Backseating in League of Legends is like the worst backseating you can do because you're like, I fucking
yeah.
know I messed up.
Yeah, like,
Shut the fuck up.
yeah, I'm dead. Like I'm feeding.
like I know I'm not doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game's reminding me every time I die.
I love your
I have to sit here
illusions.
alone.
It's like 40 seconds.
Yeah,
Just staring at the gray screen.
I'm
You're
in
like,
timeout thinking
The
about what I did
player who's
wrong.
doing the worst and is dying all the time knows that they're dead for like a third of the game. Like it's not like they're not tricking themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I recently talked to my cousin who, I started playing League with, and he's like, yeah, I was an asshole. I was very much a very big asshole. Such a jerk. And I was like,
There should be a League Khan Academy course. I don't know why that came into my head.
No, there should be like a master class from like a League player or something. Like a League
No,
team coach.
that's not for League.
Tyler
There was
won.
I was about to say Tyler 1 has one that here's awful. 'Cause
Yeah.
He doesn't show the monitor. Like you just see the back of the monitor during his master class when he's talking about things on
Oh
the
no, that's
computer.
Ninja. That's Ninja.
Yes. Were you like,
Yeah.
who's Tyler 1?
No, yeah, I was like, Tyler one does not have a master class.
Oh, you're right. Ninja.
Like
Sorry.
he Ninja master class, and he didn't even show what he was doing.
Yeah,
Ninja
it was a
wasn't
master
even
class on how to
that
be a
good.
streamer.
At
You got it.
League of Legends.
Ninja did a Fortnite or something.
Yeah, but like,
Oh,
if you're
okay.
gonna do,
I don't think it was Fortnite.
It was how to stream.
I think it was how to stream, and then like some of the lessons
what?
were about how to be competitive.
Yeah,
Which
and how
is-
to.
So funny how anal Ninja is about being like a good casual player. Because he's like he's not a pro player, but he's like super anal about being a good casual player. That he'll be like, I don't want to duo with another streamer because they're not good at the game. and
Or
I'm
they're
here to
a girl.
win. And I'm like, you're streaming. Like, it's not about you winning.
Right.
I think
You have an
most
audience.
female streamers are good at video games, though.
And if
More often than not.
like rage quitters have proven anything, it's that people like when you get angry.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that why Tyler 1 blew up?
Yeah, he just screams.
That's why I became a fan of Game Grumps.
He's got all those veins.
Like when I was a kid.
Dude,
it's
I
like
just think
that-
it's funny when I saw the headphone clip when like his headphone imprints are on his bald ass head. Have you seen
And
that?
he looks like a peanut.
Yeah.
Oh, man, and peanuts are yummy though. You know, well, what's that brand of peanuts with the monocle?
What?
We don't need to remember.
Planters.
Planters.
Yeah.
Oh, is it with the peanuts?
Yeah.
The one where the peanut died and then came back as like a baby peanut?
On like NFL, right? Or like the
Like
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Because
Yeah.
I actually watched a video where they were talking with the guy who came up with like the ad campaign, and he was like, they were genuinely trying to like create an emotional connection between the peanut brand and the audience, and I think that's crazy.
They still are. They did like a roast commercial where he's like, "Oh, he's getting roasted."
Yeah, they had a funeral for him, a funeral commercial too.
I truly believe the golden age of advertisements is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just
Early
talking
cereal commercials.
to
were really-
Kennedy about how much I hate commercials, because I was seeing this Taylor Swift commercial, and like the commercial was like if you sign up with Capital One Bank, you like you might get free Taylor Swift tickets. But But like the language and like the way it was shot made it really seem like if you're a Capital One like banker, you're gonna run into Taylor Swift at like the airport lounge, at, like the Capital One airport lounge, or like at the Capital One bank line, or something. And I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
No.
Like,
You know my
She's got a
favorite-
private jet.
like just because
Yeah.
she
She
banks
uses a
at your
lot.
bank,
to go hang out with friends.
she's different. She doesn't bank how you bank.
Yeah.
She got like that like nice sleek black
You
card
have,
made
like,
of titanium.
$3,000 in the bank. She has like 70 million
And an accountant.
and an accountant.
Who does all her banking for her?
Right.
Who probably told her to do that commercial?
Damn. I'm just imagining having having enough money to have an accountant.
Right?
Right.
No,
Having enough money to pay people to do the stuff you don't want to do. It's
Yeah.
like just being a rich. Like anything in your life that isn't fun, rich people pay to not have done for them. Isn't that crazy? Imagine
Yeah.
your life without any of your inconveniences, like inconvenient things you have to do.
Laundry.
First guy I hire on my payroll, joint roller, just like Snoop Dogg.
I was just about to say, whenever I think about stuff like that, I think of like Snoop Dogg's like joint roller
Because he
full
just
time.
Because he just can't
Full-timer.
he can't roll a joint himself. He can't have one of the people he's with roll a joint. He's like, I need somebody to roll
Who's
a joint for me
dedicated.
full time.
Yeah, I need joints at my fingertips, at my beck and call every moment of
I
every
need
day.
I need joints like they're cigarettes.
I'm not gonna
Just-
lie, that man, like, while I think he's fairly paid a joint roller, I think he's unfairly paid a Snoop Dogg's joint roller.
Snoop
Yeah,
Dogg
that's
could
probably
pay
true.
more.
Snoop Dogg, because I think he
could.
makes like 55K, and he gets like as much weed as he wants. And I guess like if he's like a joint roller, he likes smoking weed. But I'm like, Snoop Dogg could have, with how much weed Snoop Dogg's and how
Bump
much.
it up to 75K.
Yeah, like how
Right,
much weed do you
Snoop
need to
Dogg can
smoke
pay
to
that
get what
more.
you deserve? Like,
Okay, but Snoop Dogg also like buys him a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay, okay.
He's
like
part of the crew,
like
yeah.
exquisite, like really expensive shit.
Yeah, but in
Oh,
a
you
way,
know
it's-
what?
You know?
Maybe it balances out. If he's like getting a bunch of free shit.
yeah, he's getting like the
It
newest
depends
phone.
how much.
and-
Also, in my
Yeah.
mind, Snoop Dogg giving me free shit is more Snoop Dogg calling me his bitch than being an employee. Like I'd rather just have more money than get like a few expensive items randomly thrown at me and being like, I'm giving you this.
I mean, you can always just sell those items and say, "Fuck you, Snoop Dogg. I want money."
Well, I wouldn't say fuck. I'm sure he's happy with his job.
Yeah,
He's a joint roller.
He's
Yeah,
been
with, like, cool
the joint
rappers
roller
all the
for a
time.
while now, right?
Yeah, I'm
like
just,
over a decade.
I'm just like Snoop Dogg can pay that guy like 85K and it wouldn't hurt, you know?
Right. I mean, in today's economy, like
Yeah, in
50K,
today's economy?
50K ain't anything.
Why is Snoop it's like 55 or 60K. Why is Snoop Dogg not giving this man enough money so that he could so that he can pay for his kids' tuition?
Yeah.
Why is Snoop Dogg not paying this man enough to live a life past day-to-day needs and like
My question
luxuries?
Does this guy have a child? I don't think he rolls joints for Snoop Dogg. I don't think this man has a wife or anything.
I'm sure he's like in his 30s. I'm sure he's not just like, his life isn't just like I roll joints, and I mean his life is just I roll joints professionally.
Is.
Like I don't, because he's been doing it for like 5 or 6 years now or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
but like I mean, like if you got that job, you might not want to leave it.
It's almost been like 10 years or something.
Yeah, I'm sure he has like a life outside of rolling joints.
Are you sure?
I mean, it
we gotta
would
go
be
in a deep
kind of
dive.
difficult, I feel, if you have to be around Snoop Dogg all the time while he's traveling.
But does he even travel that much? Because he has like his offices. I assume he's like an in-house, like joint. I don't know the semantics. If he does travel,
Way more.
He should be paid way more.
Yeah.
That I actually treat your workers better, Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Official statistics stance.
Pay me 55 or 60K to do something you don't want to do either. Like, that's not too laborious.
Right.
Do you know who puts like the least effort in commercials?
You'll like
Who?
be his professional playlist maker.
Dude, that'd be a dope job for like 55, 60K.
Pete Davidson doesn't put like any effort in commercials.
Pete Davidson?
Yeah, he just kind of stands in front of the screen and smiles.
Yeah.
No, Pete Davidson just mumbles at the screen and like
He's
you're
like-
like, wow, that's his commercial.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson's like,
Talk about.
It's weird to think that Pete Davidson is like the sex icon of like our male generation.
He's like tattoos and weed, and you're like, yeah.
He's like a real normal looking dude.
And
From
most of his
Jersey.
fame is like adjacent to the people he's with.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah.
good PR move. He's like what Leo was before people were like, actually, you're too old to be doing this.
Right.
yeah.
You're too
He's
old
like
to
a-
be like dating like the 19, 20-year-old like new models, actresses.
Yeah, he's like Justin Bieber, but can't sing and isn't that funny.
I don't think he's like Justin Bieber.
Also, he
Only in
dates
looks.
people that are older than him just as much as he dates people that are younger.
Yeah.
Which makes him look better in the public eye.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
one time he dated somebody that the audience thought was too young for him, and we're like, you're being kind of gross. He pulled like a big PR move and was like, I broke up with her because you were right. Like, it was weird.
Was that Quali or whatever?
It was what's her name? She's daughter of a like a supermodel. Kaya Gerber.
Oh,
Gerber.
yeah.
I think he dated Kaya Gerber. Maybe it's a different daughter of a model. Kaya Gerber is the first model daughter I can think of. So he may or may not have been dating Kaya Gerber, but when the thing where people were like, "That's gross," he cleared it up and was like, "You know what? Like she was too young for me," and I'm like, "Dude, you are like milking your PR dick right now."
Yeah.
You got PR dick where people are like, I mean, he's not ugly, and I don't mind dating him. He's funny, and we smoke weed, and I know we're only gonna date for like 3 months.
And people think of you in a better light if you date Pete
They
Davidson.
think you're more down to earth.
Yeah.
Which is so funny how a lot of the people who he's dated are like nepotism babies who don't get brought up in the conversations. Because the thing that gets brought up in the conversations is that they dated Pete Davidson.
Yeah, dude, I remember working at the canvassing place, and at the Christmas party I took Miguel to.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Just the guy at the other end was with all the salespeople, and he's like, "Man, Pete Davidson's the man."
This isn't like a young dude. This is like a late 30s man being like, yeah, Pete Davidson. He said it like Dyson did. He's
and he's listing off all of his conquests.
Right. This is the head of the marketing, right?
Was
not marketing, sales. He was like one of the sales people.
Oh yeah. The sales guys, the sales team.
Yeah, I think he was the head of the sales department.
No,
so weird.
That was a fun Christmas party to overhear things because it reminds you that They're like grown adults, or like just as cringe as like everybody else is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're humans. We cringe at ourselves. What we do.
And we cringe at other people.
Who remind us of ourselves.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because Pete Davidson is the man.
He's the man. Love that guy.
Do you?
I do love Pete Davidson.
You should
love
tell him
him?
that.
Maybe
He'll
with him.
maybe he'll date you for 3 months and smoke weed with you.
Yeah, maybe.
If you were to switch lives with any person in our generation for 1 year, who would you pick?
Wait, a whole
Pete
year?
Davidson, and then I'd fly to California and fuck me. No, I'm just kidding.
To blow yourself up. Who is Dyson Francis?
How upset
He's in
would
all
you
the
be
tabloids.
if Pete Davidson switched bodies with you, and people were just like, "No, Dyson is like the funniest person you will ever meet," and like you're just getting like a bunch of like play with men and women, and like you're just like you're like Dyson is the shit of Sacramento.
Your career's bopping.
Like everything.
You know what?
You're friends with like.
I would have to meet Pete Davidson and be like, "What's your secret?" I have to know so I can take this back.
Wouldn't it also be scary? Because you're like if he got you like a career and like got you this whole life, and after a year you like got swapped back to your body, and you're just like people are like,
How
you're
do I
different.
sustain this?
Like you're
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, 100% imposter
Washed up.
syndrome would set in, but
you're
like that's
you're
what
kind of a
therapy's
loser
for.
now.
Yeah, they're like, what happened? What happened to all your charm?
Was that Dyson Riz we all know and love?
Everyone likes Dyson like more as Pete Davidson. like your own parents are like, you were just like on fire. You're just like lovely.
On a roll. Like everyone was this.
It's like, damn, it's sad that you peaked so soon.
23 is kind of a good year to peak though.
No, I don't feel it.
You would.
If this is my peak, I'd feel bad.
No, but no, this isn't your peak. Like, whatever Pete Davidson did with your life is
In
your
a
peak.
year.
In a year. Like that's different. That's like you can be, because, like,
You can blow
No,
up
I
in
feel
a
like
year.
I want to peak like in my late 20s, you know?
like, think about, I guess, like, Kurt Cobain peaked at 27.
Yeah, he's like, I can't go any lower from here.
He was at his peak fame when everything happened.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like peaking at 23 is way better than, like, peaking, like, at 19 or, like doing, because I feel like at 23, you could have done something.
Right.
You actually could have done something, like, really cool at 23.
Yeah, but like, not that much. I feel. Like,
Hey, Nathan,
not
Yeah, like if you have money
yeah. If you,
or like
yeah, I feel like a nepotism baby. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm like, people who peaked in their 20s, but they did something. I'm like, what? Like a Disney star? Like, I don't want to be a Disney. I don't want to be like a
Corey in the house.
who just published that book last year.
Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah, I want to be an Emma Chamberlain.
Dude,
I want to be that guy from Corey in the
Emma
house.
Chamberlain's a year younger than us.
Overdose on meth.
I know.
You know what? Emma Chamberlain. But if it makes you feel any better, Emma Chamberlain's parents, like her dad was making like 400K a year.
Oh, I know.
Like that makes like that. I was like, you know what?
Oh,
Let me.
What?
I think my camera is dying.
Oh no.
It was full battery. This thing dies so quick.
It's
No,
such a
I think-
baby.
I think
No,
it's-
we're done. We're out. So I'm going.
Well, there's another battery. Maybe it has charge. Probably not.
What about the wall adapter?
Oh, why didn't we just plug in this?
Oh,
yeah, I thought you had that.
Yeah.
Wait, one
You had that
second.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, well,
Close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough. Close
Okay.
enough. This is a slightly different angle, but we are back.
We are back.
Okay, let's
I mean a sandwich.
No, but I was saying about Emma Chamberlain. I'm
What?
just. You
Sure,
finish
go
that.
on.
Emma Chamberlain, like, cause she blew up because she was doing like a ton of uploads in a short amount of time, and people were like, "Wow, she's like relatable, but she can like afford to do all the things I want to do." And I'm just like, yeah, that's something you can only do if you have like a privileged upbringing. You can't just go to LA and move and be like, I'm just gonna vlog every day, even though it's not like making me a lot of money or there's not a lot of sponsorships or anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
Joyce and I were talking about that. We're like, people who go to LA who don't have money go there to struggle. Like, that's the city.
Yeah.
It's just, you struggle there.
Yeah, you go there to be unhappy.
You go there to
New
be
York,
sad.
LA, SF. If you go to any of those like cities with like dreams
Without
and not
no
a lot
money.
of money and a plan, it just becomes like, how long can I withstand suffering there until I come back home?
Dude, do not get into the plumbing industry in New York City. You will
That sounds horrid.
nearly drown in
bet.
a collapsed building.
It pays pretty
Is this
well, right? Though.
This sounds like the opening of a Luke story. Is this a Luke story?
Really?
This
to
is
talk
a
about
Luke
Luke's
story.
I'm still wild out that he's
so
friends
he's working
with...
in the plumbing industry, and it's like this house, not house. I don't know what the
Complex.
building is, but essentially it flooded because a bunch of pipes burst or whatever, and so now the entire house is building or whatever is like collapsing, and they went in to try to tear it up and fix it up as much as possible so they didn't have to fully raise the building. And the flooring collapsed underneath him and he fell into water so deep that like he was fully submerged, and then stuff came in down on top of him, so he's being pushed into the water and he nearly drowned.
That's pretty symptomatic, though.
What?
Oh my god. Pretty cinematic.
Like a movie
Yeah, but like, if
scene.
you,
Yeah.
I don't know about a job that puts my life into danger that's not
Doesn't
a
plumbing pay
firefighter
pretty
or a
well in New
police
York, though?
officer. It's wild.
Yeah. So I guess they screw people on contracts, and Luke's one of
okay.
the people that's getting screwed. Like, you're supposed to get like a percentage, but what they get you on is if a job takes longer than a certain amount of time, you lose the percentage and you just get a base pay.
Because I know if you're a city worker, like one of the city's plumbing guys, you make like a pretty good like 100K or something.
Right, but you'd have to have gone to like trade school and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also
Give
doesn't
certification.
go that far in New York City.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
That's true.
So yeah, don't try to do plumbing in Staten Island like that.
Dude, in Staten Island too.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, us West Coasters know Staten Island's not the good part.
Dude, everything I hear about Staten Island, it's like, because people go there for beach stuff too, right? But it's like smelly and small and stinky
Right.
dinky.
Yeah. People compare it to like a stinkier like San Francisco.
Yeah, Staten Island always sounds like
Here
the
in San Francisco.
it sounds like the asshole of New York.
Yeah, it is.
The ball. No, it's the dingleberry. That's
The Dingleberry.
He was telling me that he pulled out like his like butterfly knife and was like using it to like cut something, and then one of his Staten Island workers, he's this Italian guy, he's like, oh, you got a Puerto Rican poker. And he was like what does that mean? And he was like, oh, it just means like in Staten Island, like, you know, you use that to like kill a Puerto Rican. Like casually.
Dude, that's the thing. New York.
I mean, it is New York.
New Yorkers don't understand that they're racist whenever I see any racism coming from New York. Because they're like, well, how am I racist? My friend is black, my friend's Asian, and my friend group is so multicultural, but it's because it's like multicultural in like the worst way possible.
Like the most toxic way.
Where instead of like them being like, we have our own identities with our own cultures, and then we have like a collective, they're like, no, we just have the collective New York identity, and it's like be mean and like just make
Racist
the-
jokes.
Very
the weirdest
racist to each other.
jokes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Ay, ay,
but
ay.
then also deny that the racist jokes are racist jokes. And just
They're
be
like,
like,
"Hey."
no, we're not discriminating against Middle Eastern population. We just call them Arabs. Like that's what we do.
That's just what they are.
Yeah.
That's not offensive.
At least we don't call him the other
My
thing.
friend calls himself an Arab.
Yeah.
You're like, you're looking like that, and you're like, that's okay.
Luke exclusively. I love you, Luke, if you're listening to this, but he exclusively calls the deli guys like that, and then I'm always like, dude, you can't say that. I'm a Californian, like.
Things are that way here. Get stabbed.
I don't know if you'd get stabbed here, but
It's true. It's very
not
hard
in
to get
Northern
stabbed.
California. In Northern California, they'd be like, oh, maybe that's a good idea.
Dude, that is true. Californians are like held back by like trying to like fit into like polite society.
Because instead of like being mean, we just smoke weed.
So true.
Wait, what?
Come on, no,
all
you're not
smoke
wrong.
weed.
We all just smoke weed instead of
Dude,
being
not
rude.
every Californian is smoking weed.
That's what you think.
Oh, dude, we haven't met enough Californians then.
Come on,
sorry.
man.
Oh, sorry.
You're
I've
born and
only
raised
lived
here,
on
but-
both ends of the state.
Yeah, on both, yeah, nor and so. For your entire life.
Yeah.
I mean, same.
So my sister called me and she was like, come downstairs. My Sims game crashed and I can't like get back into that save file. And I was like, oh, okay, let me check what made it crash. And I went, do you have any mods? And she's like, yeah, this folder. And I like look at the mod list and it's like 1,300 mods active.
Whoa.
And I'm like, so I can't help you because I don't know what mods interfering with what mod. I'm like, I have to like disable all of them and then like add them back in.
One by
It's like-
one.
Does she use a mod launcher?
I don't remember what she was using.
Damn.
But
Probably if you're using that many mods.
Got to, right?
When I told my sister, I was like, "That's crazy. You have that many mods," and she's like, "No, like the minimum that like people who mod their Sims play with is like 200 or 300 mods because the mods are like just like little like additions like clothing or like." Because like Sims 4 has so little options compared to the previous games.
Yeah, because you have
almost-
to buy everything.
You have
Like
to
it's
buy
DLC,
everything.
right?
Yes. And so all the content is like user generated. And I'm just like 1,300 mods. That's so crazy to me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Hi, Miguel.
You guys want to call it?
Yeah. Hold Miguel up to the camera so we can use him in the
He's being
thumbnail.
cute. and he's
Simba
biting my
him.
hand.
Simba him.
Oh, he looks kind of big.
I mean, he's not that big, but like he's like
Oh,
getting
he's
the
so
cat
much
size.
bigger than he was
you
before.
say he's not that big, but he's like 3 times big, like twice as big as the last time I saw him.
Oh yeah, he's definitely bigger than last time. He does grow.
He's not a kitten anymore. He's like a cat.
Animals grow bigger.
He's like,
I love how he still has his big old ears.
but yeah, I'm like that's like a cat. That's like a full-on like cat.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he's not. Like Herbie's way bigger
I'm
than
saying,
this
but
guy.
if you looked at him, you wouldn't go, "Oh, that kitten." You'd be like that cat.
Wait, who's way bigger?
Herbie. Herbie's
oh,
way
Herbie.
bigger.
Yeah, Herbie was already a full-fledged cat when we met him.
He's got a flea face right now.
Yeah, his face is all fleas.
There's no fleas on like any
Cover.
part of his body except for his face. That's their safe haven. They all collectively chill out on his cheek.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Herbie?
Sad. No, Miguel.
This guy.
Are they more orange in person, or have they just become less orange over time?
Oh, he's still orange.
He's still pretty orange, but he's like kind of a coppery, like
Yeah.
he's not like bright orange.
Because yeah, over the camera he don't look orange anymore.
Yeah.
Well, there is white light on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's getting, but yeah, he's still pretty orange, but oh, he's so cute.
Well, he doesn't exist though. He's a non-existent cat.
He doesn't exist. Oh yeah,
Miguel, the cat
Yeah.
pet, doesn't exist.
yeah. If our landlords are watching this,
He's just borrowing it. They're just borrowing
was
the
so-
cat.
yeah, we're just borrowing him. We're taking him on a test drive.
It was so weird because like I was dropping off the check for rent, and then she was coming out of the door as I approached, and then I said, "Oh hi, have a good night."
Yeah, she came to our apartment one day because one of our roommates hadn't like signed the forms, and we had not expected it because like
I opened the door blindly like an
the
idiot.
office people don't come by our apartment ever.
She
Right.
offered
One
like
time
3
they tried
times.
showing people around.
That wasn't them.
That wasn't them.
That
That
was
that
just
wasn't
those people
them.
being weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was just strangers.
The stranger's like assaulting Dathan here.
Oh, when the lady just like walked through. Yeah, that was so
Invading his
weird.
space with no consent, just assumed.
Yeah, but like one of the office people came down to like get our roommate to finish signing the forms that we told him to keep signing for like the past month, and Brendan opened the door and realized it was her and like had to like move Miguel out of view.
But he popped out because I was standing in the gap of the doorway, like just standing there, closing it behind me, and then like as I turned around to go get Ian, Miguel like pokes his head through my feet. I'm like, shit! God damn it! Stupid cat! And then I throw him in my room, and I'm like, Ian,
So,
come
yeah.
downstairs.
If the landlords are watching this,
That was a rental.
you didn't see this.
We were cat
No,
sitting.
you're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn
we
this
are.
off.
And to the rest of our viewers, you're going to turn this off soon. 'Cause we are
Okay.
done. Leave a comment.
Well, you two.
Does anyone have any suggestions for comments?
Tell us your favorite cat breed and why it's Miguel.
Tell us your favorite person who you still follow despite getting canceled. In the comments. Fight about it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. We expect bloodshed.
Lots of it.